Do you use creams for your twist or mousse? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Crystal Clear Curls. I am Crystal. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not, welcome back to the channel that talks all things natural hair. Today, I have one simple question. Do you use creams for your twist or mousse? We're going to test it out today to see which one performs better. And we're using Sienna Naturals. So I have the Sienna Naturals Dream Curl Cream as well as the Sienna Naturals Dream Curl Mousse. Now, as of late, I have been very much so a mousse girl. Very much so a mousse girl with my twist, heck, with Wash and Gos and even other styles. But I used to be an avid cream user. Creams were all I did my twist outs with. Before maybe last year, creams were the only thing I was doing twist outs with. And twist, if I were putting in mini twist. It was only done with a cream. So, I'm about to do some wearable twists. They won't be mini. They won't be mini. But they'll be wearable. I'm going to do some wearable twists. And on one side, I'm going to use the mousse. And on the other side, I'm going to use the cream. Actually, I think I'm going to do mousse on this side, cream on this side. Because I am going to do a little situation right here. And only really this part will be done with the cream, and then this whole section will be done with the mousse, just because mousse would have been my choice anyway. So I am going to do majority of my hair with the mousse since I'm doing all of this. But this side I do want to try it with the cream, and I just want to see what's the difference and how it holds up, how the moisture stays. I have some hypotheses, but let's just test it out and see. Okay, so I have parted my hair, and I'm going to start on this side with the cream side. And I actually washed my hair last night, but my arms, something's inflamed up in here, so I needed a break. So I went to sleep with my hair wet in my Sienna Naturals towel. But before I got out of the shower, I used Sienna Naturals Do Magic. And this is a hydrating leave-in conditioner. And my hair still feels really good this morning. It's still a little damp. But I do have also my Sienna Naturals mist bottle to mist my hair. Because I don't want my hair soaking wet. I don't ever like to do my twist on soaking wet hair. But I do want it somewhat wet so that my products work much better. So my hair is already based in the Sienna Naturals Do Magic. And also I'm doing twists, and I never do this, but I'm going to use some perm rocks on the ends today. And these are the peach ones that are 5/16 inch diameter. And I'm just trying something new. I've been wearing twists a whole lot more lately, and I still like different. So I'm just wondering if this is going to help it look a little different to me. So first, getting started here on the cream side. I won't finish the cream side all before starting the mousse, but I will like do maybe the back, very back portion of it, so that we can do a quick, comparison. I'm going to just go ahead and with this whole section. Like I said, I don't want it soaking wet, but I do want a good wet base. Ooh, that mister is strong. I like it. So I got this whole section wet, and I want to do sort of like medium. I did twists last week, but those were kind of, I don't know, they were kind of on the chunky side, I guess. Not super chunky, but chunky enough. But this time I'm going to go a little bit smaller. This is what I have done for the first section. And just to let you know, I have to go kind of big on my parting to have it match the rest of my hair at the back of my hair, because my hair is super fine back there. And so I could part the same amount that I part in this section and it would look way skinnier. So I always part more at the back. So starting at, oh, it hasn't been opened. Okay, so starting with the Dream Curl Cream. It's not a really thick cream. Thick enough though, thick enough. But it has a good consistency to it. And I'm just going to go ahead and cover this entire section instead of doing it twist by twist. Oh, it feels really good on the hair though. Like really good. It's feeling like I'm getting some actually good curl definition with just this cream too. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's some pretty good curl definition with just the cream with the leave-in up under it. So starting with my first twist. I can tell you one thing, this feels really good. It feels really good on the hair. It has my hair feeling super, super soft. Now, one thing I will note that I notice happens when using a mousse for my twist versus a cream or anything else is the expansion that I'm still able to get with a mousse. Like the mousse, once you twist it, it starts to expand after you let it go. Like creams allow your hair to do it as well, but to me, not as much. And these are looking mighty small, but I promise you the rest of them will not be this small. And I'm going to put all three of those on one rod. And I have 3 packs of them, so I'm pretty sure I'll have enough. And I did kind of leave the ends not as twisted. I didn't twist it all the way to the end and then ride it. I still left some of the hair loose. And let's just see if we liked it. So I'm going to continue on this cream side. Just doing the part down here where I have parted it off. To me, the Do Magic and kind of this curl cream as well have kind of like a powdery scent, but when I was describing it last night, smelling the Do Magic, I was like, it kind of smells like clouds. I've never smelled clouds, but if I were to smell them, I would think that that's how they smell. So, and go in with the curl cream. And I'm not using a lot. I'm not using a lot at all. And having your hair at least damp helps with that. You don't have to use as much product to feel like your hair is saturated with the product. Using just a little bit of water will help with it. And I'm just doing free parting. I'm not being exact with my parts at all. Ain't nobody got time for that. And I'm not braiding my roots. I don't like to braid my roots per se unless I'm wearing much larger twists. But that's just a personal preference of mine. There's nothing wrong with it. My preference is to just twist it from the root all the way down. And part of it is because I have perfected how I like to get my twist to be as close to the roots as possible. And I know that's one of the reasons why people like to do the braid at the roots. I think another reason I've heard people say is because they look neater longer. I don't like to try and push my twist for a super long time. So I'm not concerned about what's gonna look good for a longer period of time. I hardly ever wear my twist longer than 3 weeks. Literally is like the max, and it has to be around that 2-week mark. Something happened and I couldn't do it, so I'm never intentionally leaving them in my head for 3 weeks. So like I said, I don't need it to look super fresh long term. I actually like when my twists get a little bit older. This is the second row. I really like the silkiness in this cream. I really do. Like, it feels really, really good on the hair without feeling like it's super weighed down with a lot of oils and all of that. But it has this super silky finish to it, and I really liked it. These twists are feeling way smaller than I intended them to feel. I did not mean to have this many twists. It was like I was trying not to go as big as I did last time, and ended up going just a little too small. I wasn't trying to go that small. So that's the last section. And as you can see with twisting cream, I'm getting some expansion. I don't know if you can see that, but my twists are starting to expand some, but not as much as I typically see when I use a mousse. So we're going to compare it in just a second to see what we see then. So I finished the back portion of the cream side. Now we're about to get started on the mousse side. And if it looks like I'm super excited about it, I am. Like I said, that is my product of choice on Twist nowadays. I just really wanted to do that comparison to see, you know, the cream versus the mousse on Twist, where I'm not necessarily trying to see how it does with curl definition or anything, just on how it helps my twist hold up. Yeah, that Do Magic leave-in conditioner really helped keep my hair feeling hydrated, even though I was air drying through the night and in a towel. So yeah. And as you can see, I'm still getting like some curl definition with just the leave-in. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so time to go in with the mousse. Let's just see the texture. Yeah, I wonder if the whole reason of calling it Dream Curl Cream and Dream Mousse, like, that is literally what I'm thinking of. It's like clouds. Oh, yes. Oh, that feels so good on the hair. Oh, yeah. Y'all see that clumping? That's gonna be so good for a wash and go. Oh, it has some thickness to it that's giving it that extra clumping power, and it feels like it might have just a little bit more than a soft hold. Yeah. Okay, Sienna. I didn't know that the mousse was hidden like that. That mousse feels really good. It also has this silkiness to it. The same like the curl cream did. This silkiness to it that, I don't know, it makes it feel like satin on your hair. If that makes any sense that you can, visualize. That feels so good. Every mousse does not feel good on the hair. I can tell you that now. Every mousse does not have that feeling where it's just like, oh, my hair feels amazing while applying the mousse. And I've tried a lot of different mousse. But this feels, like I said, it feels like I have satin on my hair. Now what's so crazy is this is kind of how I meant to do the sizing of my twist. The other good thing I like about twists is if you have different sizes, you can't really tell. You can't really tell. And that's why I don't be feeling, I don't be all up in arms about, oh, I need to redo the other side. It's going to all blend. This is the size I meant to do the other side. Like, this is giving me the feeling that I meant to do on the other side. But, oh well. So, that's 3 with the mousse. Those look so good. Oh, they look so good. The reason why I'm thinking I still may come out with really comparable twists on both sides is because that mousse has some weight to it. Almost the same type of weight that I'm getting from the cream. Heatless. Yeah, when I get back to Wash and Gos, which I'll probably start back wearing some, like maybe 2 a month in the fall. But I definitely gotta try one with this mousse. It has weight. And I like mousses with weight. Because it means I'm not going to get just a head full of fluff. Which can happen with a mousse. It can happen. So I am excited about using this for a wash and go. The only difference I'm seeing right now is with mousse you kind of get this airy fluff that you don't get with creams or any other product. And there's like this airy fluff that comes along with it, and I think that's why it expands the way that it does, because it has this airiness to it. I guess whatever this is that makes it whipped like that. But yeah, I'm excited. I see now I'm gonna like this mousse. It has some qualities that I really like in a mousse. And then you don't have to use that much of it. And the coverage on it is amazing. And the curl clumping is phenomenal. And I don't seem to be getting a lot of shrinkage with it either. So I have finished the very back portion of both the cream and the mousse. And when I turn around, I'll be sure to point out which is which. So this is the mousse side. And this is the cream side. So yeah, definitely more weight on the cream side than on the mousse side. You kind of get that airy weight on the mousse side. But to me, they're looking pretty similar. I really am enjoying this cream, styling with this cream. the silky texture is by far my favorite thing about it. And it's not that kind, because I've used some creams that come off as silky in nature and then you notice that they aren't penetrating, they're kind of just sitting on top. That's not the truth for this one. That's not this one's story. This one is silky in nature and it feels moisturizing and hydrating to the hair. It's saturating, it's soaking in, and that's what I'm always gonna look for in a cream, and this one is definitely giving it to me. It's not just sitting there, it's actually, you know, wrapping around each strand, and you know, it just don't get no better than that. You expect that a cream is going to give you some weight, and sometimes you want that in your twist and sometimes you don't. I don't mind it either way, as long as it's not weighing it down to the point of where I get no bounce in my twist, and I like bounce in my twist. So it's definitely not stopping the bounce. Like you can see here what I mean by bouncing your twist. Like I get some, I need some yo-yo action almost. Okay, this is the cream side. Still got that silky feel, giving that good weight to those twists, but still got that bounce that I need. It's just what I need. It's what I need. Already started on the front, and this side is mousse just as well as this side. I'm telling y'all, this mousse has some weight to it. It has this nice creaminess. That is, oh, it gives you this silky feeling. This is a good mousse. And I am graying a lot right here in this section, which I always said if I go gray, I really want it to start with like a really beautiful gray streak like in here. And I'm getting it. God, he heard me on that one because I'm getting it. I'm talking about getting good and gray right up in there.
You are my sun. You are my sunshine. You are my sun. Breath away. You are my sun. You are my sunshine. You are my sun.
I need to go to the chiropractor, so I will be sure to do so this week. Oh, because I have caused myself some pain. I'm not gonna lie, I don't want the braided baldy look. I got a little peanut head and I just don't think that's gonna work. But eventually, when I'm not having as much pain, I would love to do like a braided baldy look just on the side, and then maybe wear some twists on the other side, or wash and go or twist out on the other side. Oh, that's just gonna be so cute. But today we're not going with an intricate braid pattern, just something cute, something to get this hair pulled back. So the initial plan was to do them kind of medium size and then only wear them for a week, maybe a week and a half. Because I ended up doing them this small, they are definitely staying up 2 weeks. Definitely. So all the individual twists are done. Oh, my back is on fire. Okay, so this part is going to be kind of like a crisscross braided ordeal. And so I'm going to braid this part halfway and then it'll go with this half of the second one, and then this one, which will go with that one. We'll see how it goes on camera. If the first one don't go good, we're just gonna do it off camera and then come back at the end. So here we go.
You are my sun, red light. You are my sun. You are my sunshine. You are my sun, red light.
Whew. Okay. Yeah, that hurts. Really bad. So I'm just gonna finish this little part off, adding a little water on the ends, and then going in, because this side is the cream, going in with a little bit of the cream to do the twist that will come from this. Okay, so that's what that one looks like. I'm gonna do this other one off camera, probably lean up against the wall or something that help me not be in so much pain while I'm doing it, and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like before I get under the dryer. Okay, so I am officially done. This is my little pattern I did on the side, kind of 2 crisscross braids, and then ended them with a twist and a perm rod. So I'm just gonna turn around and let you see the full 360. Okay, so I'm gonna go sit under the dryer for a bit, but I'll come back and show you the finished look once everything is dry and rollers are out. I'll be back. I am all dry, and I checked one of them to see if my curls were dry as well, and they are. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove my rods. The reason why I will almost every time choose mousse over creams is because of drying time. But I can say that this cream dried very quick. Part of that is because my hair was damp and not soaking wet. But even like me adding on the water before putting the cream on there, it didn't matter. And I'm loving that. So I did try to help the situation by making sure to finish the cream side first, so that it will have time to do, you know, dry while the other part is waiting. Now that was a little damp, but for the most part it's dry. I think what riding the ends reminds me of is a time when we used to wear the African or the kinky twist. And we used to ride the ends. It's kind of what it's reminding me of. Okay, so I do feel like with the cream, my twists are a little firmer. They don't have much gaps or spacing in between them. But like I said, with mousse, you get the firmness with that, but it has an airiness to it that allows like some gaps to kind of happen. Both sides have lots of movement. Neither side feels heavy, but the cream side is definitely heavier than the mousse side. I do believe that I got pretty comparable results. That's the cream. And that's the mousse. So pretty comparable in look. Like I said, it's a little more weightless over here than it is over here. You got a lot more weight on this side. But other than that, yeah, both of those products are great. As you can see, the shine is really good. That shine is really good. I'm excited. I'm excited about wearing my hair like this. Let me know down below if you've tried Sienna Naturals or you want to try Sienna Naturals. And I'll put my discount link down in the description so that you can save some money if you also want to try some of these products. I can truly say these are some good quality products. Good quality products. And they make sure that it is known that they have clean products. And that is so important nowadays. As a woman, I'm trying to watch what goes, you know, on me, in me, everywhere. I want to watch what that is because I want to stay as healthy for as long as I can. And being more conscious about clean beauty is definitely going to help it. I know this video is already long, but I hope you stayed around to this part. I was going to do this in a separate video, but there's no need. There's no need. I can close it out right here. If you made it to this part, leave me a raising hand emojis because thank God we made it to the end. But today is day 8 since I put these twists in, and I just kind of wanted to show you all how both sides held up. Even show you how shrinkage has affected it or if frizz. We finna look at it. So real quickly, all together I really feel like they both held up really good. Definitely though, as far as keeping it intact, no frizz, moisturized, the cream is the winner. The cream is, I'm gonna come close so you can see it. So if you look at the cream side here, no frizz, still moisturized, no issues whatsoever, none. And then we look at the Mousse side, which still ain't bad, so don't get me wrong, it still ain't bad. But as you can see, I got a little frizz, you know, a little frizz. It still feels really, y'all, my hair feels great. It does not feel dry at all. At all. I have only used some of the Sienna Naturals Daily Elixir, I really want to say once this week. You know, just kind of putting a little bit in my head, in my hand, and, you know, putting a little bit on my scalp and the rest of it on my hair. But other than that, I haven't done anything. And my hair still feels really good. Not dry, not anything. Like I said, just a little bit of frizz. And that, like I said, that comes from like that airiness that you get, that fluff that you get with the mousse. You kind of expect some of that. But it is so weightless. And that's what, you know, that's one of the reasons why I choose it when I'm doing my twists. Because I really like having almost weightless twists. Let me scoot back. So all in all, as far as if I was looking for longevity in my twists, I would definitely go with the cream. The cream would not steer me wrong. The cream will give me the look I want, as well as the moisture, the firmness and hold, and the weight. To me, I didn't have an issue with shrinkage this time around. What's so crazy is like at the back, I really feel like my twists are hanging longer than they ever do. Let me show you. So like, just think about it. They're rotted and they're hanging that long at the back. I'm getting a little bit more shrinkage here, but I also feel like I rolled them high. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I rolled them high too. This is some good products. I'm sorry, but these two products deserve some praise because I love them both. And this actually kind of helped me see in what ways I want to use each product. I believe this right here will give a bomb twist out. Like wearing twists for a couple of days, or if you just want to do the overnight, I believe you will get an amazing twist out of this. And then this, I love, like I said, I still love doing mini twists and Mousse. It's just, it's weightless. I love it. But I also can see this being for wash and go. I can see this giving a bomb rod set. Y'all gonna see more of this in different styles, and I cannot wait to show y'all. Alright, bye. This is the end of this video. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button and join our family. Until next time, y'all. Bye.